What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about plasma cutting. Plasma cutting is similar to oxyfield cutting, but not at all the same, if that makes sense. So let's get into it. Again, I'll be reading from the book because there's a lot of information in there that I need a refresher on, or that I really haven't studied that much. So let's get into it. Just as a quick side note, I have done plasma cutting before, so I know the very basics of it. But anyways, let's get into it. A plasma cutter can slice anything which conducts electricity, so all the steels and non-ferrous metals are fair game. Using plasma takes less skill to use than oxyfield cutting, is potentially safer, meaning that there are no fuel gases and no flashback risk, which is all true, obviously, but for oxy-torch cutting, you have to have good hand coordination because there's a lot of moving and being precise, whereas with plasma cutting, you just drag the thing down. You don't really have to fiddle around too much. And there's also no fuels or gases, no cylinders, unlike with oxyfield cutting. And so basically, plasma cutting is good for speedy, neat cuts in single items or stacks. One thing I didn't know was that there are two different types of cuts. There's a quality cut and a severed cut. A quality cut has a clean finish with minimal, easy removed dross, and dross is like slag or little bumps at the end. And a severed cut will separate but needs much more cleaning up. So the severed cut will have more dross that needs to be removed, and a lot more work to clean it up. So like this one would be a quality cut, and this one would be a severed cut. As you can tell, it needs a lot more cleaning up. Another quick point is that oxyfield cutting cannot slice aluminum or stainless steel, but plasma cutting can. One thing a plasma cutting machine needs is a supply of clean compressed air. Basically, when you're cutting, compressed air is being pushed out of the torch to blow away any debris from the cut. The supplied air must be dry, as wet air leads to uncontrolled arcing in the torch, which will quickly wreck it. What it means by this, to the best of my knowledge, is that when it starts arcing uncontrollably, the arc is heat, so it'll be melting the metal that you're trying to cut, and also burning. So I guess it's a mixture of burning and melting, which may fuse the tip of the torch to the base metal that you're trying to cut. But that's, to the best of my knowledge, how I understand it. Main consumables, or basically parts that are always needing to be changed, are the electrode and tip. An hour's continuous work before replacement is normal, which I didn't know. I thought you could just throw on a tip and electrode and it'll be good for a while. But I guess if you go up to an hour, then you probably need to replace it because it's been burning and giving out a consistent amount of arcness. So basically how it works, a plasma is just a gas that's been superheated until it breaks down and ionizes. Plasmas are intensely hot. Here are the different temperatures. And it conducts electricity very readily. Some plasma cutting machines also have nitrogen, but it's not that common since oxyfield cutting uses primarily gases. The plasma is generated inside a torch. When the operator clicks the torch trigger, compressed air at 60 to 90 psi streams down around the electrode and exits through the tip. plasma, which pushes the pilot arc out from the tip. The combination of arc heat and plasma jet force melts, then blows away metal to leave a narrow, clean-cut line or curve with very little dross. So I read that in different parts, so it may sound a little jumpy, but the basic point of it is that plasma cutting, you cut with a very high temperature arc, and then you have compressed air that comes through and blows away the debris created from the cut. You can also get different cut types. So by varying the current, gas flow, gas type, and tip hole diameter, the size and force of the plasma jet can be changed. Different thicknesses of varying materials can thus be cut, or by using lower gas flow in dedicated kit, welding is possible. So it's similar to normal welding. You change the amperage or you change the machine settings, and you get different welding experiences or results. Hopefully that makes sense. But the last section I want to go over is problems and causes. I'll do a quick rundown, and then I'll talk about, I guess, 3 of them. All right, so let's say heavy dross buildup. So if after your cut you have a lot of dross left that needs to be cleaned up, that could mean that your travel speed is too slow, your current is too high, or your material thickness is at the upper capability limit. If there's distortion in your cut result, that could mean your travel is too slow or your current is too high. And if you have a reduced cutting speed or thickness, that could mean you have low air pressure or flow, or current set too low. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next week, my next semester class starts, so check my socials probably about Sunday to see when my new upload times will be. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.